Sometimes a person stays in your mind not because they are talking to you, not because they are texting you, not because they are showing up in your life, but because they left an emotional imprint so deep that your mind keeps returning to them. When someone stays on your mind without any contact, it is not a coincidence. It is your subconscious reminding you of something unfinished, something meaningful, something that shaped your emotions. It means that connection was real, at least for you. Your mind does not cling to random memories. It holds on to what touched your heart, what made you feel alive, what gave you hope or pain. The absence of contact creates a silent echo, and that echo often feels louder than presence. You replay moments, words, and feelings, trying to understand what went wrong, what could have been, or what still might be possible. But here is the deeper lesson. When someone stays in your mind without contact, it also means you are still attached to an idea, not necessarily the reality. Your brain holds on to the version of them that made you feel special. It holds on to the dream, not the facts. And this is where growth begins. This experience is a mirror. It shows you your emotional depth, your capacity to love, to care, to imagine a future. That is not weakness, that is power. But power must be directed inward. Instead of letting your mind be occupied by someone who is no longer present, use that emotional energy to build yourself. Let their absence become your awakening. Let their memory become your motivation. Because when someone stays on your mind without contact, it means you felt something real. But it also means it's time to choose yourself, rewrite your story, and move forward with strength, dignity, and purpose. When someone stays in your mind without any contact, it often means they left a strong emotional imprint on your subconscious. Your brain keeps replaying memories because that person influenced your feelings, beliefs, or expectations deeply. This is how the mind processes meaningful emotional experiences. Staying mentally connected to someone without communication usually means you are attached to the idea of who they were, not who they truly are today. The mind holds onto the best moments and creates a comforting illusion, which can delay emotional healing and personal growth. Thinking about someone repeatedly shows that you have a deep emotional nature and strong capacity for connection. This is not weakness. It is a sign of emotional intelligence and the ability to care deeply, which can be transformed into personal strength. When someone occupies your mind without being in your life, it is a reminder to shift focus inward. This moment can become a turning point for self-development, self-love, and emotional maturity, encouraging you to grow beyond past attachments and move forward with purpose. When someone stays on your mind without any contact, it often means they created a deep emotional imprint on your subconscious mind. Human emotions are not erased easily. They are stored as memories, sensations, and emotional patterns. When a person makes you feel understood, valued, excited, or emotionally connected, your brain records that experience as significant. Even when communication stops, the emotional memory continues to exist, quietly influencing your thoughts. Your subconscious mind is designed to protect and guide you. It brings certain people to your mind not to hurt you, but to help you understand what mattered to you. It is a signal that the connection was meaningful, that your heart experienced something that shaped your emotional world. Sometimes it was love, sometimes admiration, sometimes emotional dependency. But whatever it was, it left a mark. This does not mean destiny or fate in a magical sense. It means psychology. Your brain remembers emotional highs and lows more strongly than ordinary events. Silence creates unanswered questions, and unanswered questions keep the mind active. That is why you replay conversations, imagine scenarios, and feel emotions even in their absence. But this awareness is powerful. When you realize that the mind holds on to emotional imprints, you gain control. You can choose to learn from the experience instead of being trapped by it. You can acknowledge that the connection mattered, but you are not defined by it. The mind can remember, but the heart can grow, and the soul can move forward with wisdom and strength. When someone stays on your mind without contact, it often means you are attached to a memory, not the present reality. The human mind has a powerful ability to idealize the past. It selects the best moments, the warm conversations, the smiles, the feelings of closeness, and it turns them into a perfect story. But the mind rarely focuses on the full truth, the misunderstandings, the distance, the reasons things ended. This attachment is not to the person as they are today, but to the version of them that existed in your imagination. You are connected to how they made you feel, not necessarily who they truly were or who they have become. The brain creates a comforting illusion because it wants to relive happiness and avoid emotional pain. So it keeps replaying a highlight reel instead of the whole reality. This is why people struggle to move on. They are not missing the person, they are missing the feeling, the hope, the future they imagined. The mind clings to what could have been rather than accepting what is. And this attachment can silently block your growth if you don't become aware of it. But understanding this is empowering. When you realize that your thoughts are connected to memories and expectations, you gain the ability to release them. You can separate reality from fantasy. You can appreciate what happened without being trapped by it. And you can open your mind and heart to new experiences that exist in the present, not in the past. When someone stays in your mind repeatedly, it shows that you have a deep emotional nature. You are not someone who connects on the surface. You connect with meaning, with feelings, with imagination. Your mind does not forget easily because you invest emotionally. This is not a weakness. It is a sign of emotional intelligence, sensitivity, and the ability to feel deeply. Many people move through life without truly feeling. They talk, they meet, they forget. But when you think about someone even without contact, it means you experienced something that touched your inner world. You valued the connection. You cared. You allowed yourself to feel vulnerable. That takes courage. Your emotions are a form of strength. They show that you are capable of love, empathy, and deep understanding. But strength also means knowing how to manage those emotions. Feeling deeply does not mean losing control. It means learning to observe your thoughts, understand your feelings, and guide your heart in a healthy direction. This awareness can transform you. Instead of seeing your thoughts as a weakness, you can see them as proof that you are alive, aware, and emotionally rich. You can use this sensitivity to build stronger relationships, deeper self-awareness, and a more meaningful life. When you understand your emotional depth, you stop blaming yourself for thinking about someone. You start respecting your heart, educating your mind, and growing into a stronger, wiser version of yourself. In the end, when someone stays on your mind without contact, it is not just about them. It is about you, your emotions, your memories, and your growth. It means you felt something meaningful, you connected deeply, and your mind is processing that experience. But it also means you have the power to rise above attachment, to separate memory from reality, and to choose your own peace. Your thoughts do not control your destiny. Your awareness does. Every time that person appears in your mind, you have a choice. Stay trapped in the past, or use that memory as a lesson for self-awareness and emotional maturity. Your heart is capable of deep connection, but it is also capable of healing, learning, and moving forward. Let this experience remind you of your emotional strength, not your weakness. Let it push you towards self-love, growth, and purpose. Because the moment you understand why someone stays in your mind, you stop chasing the past and start building a stronger future for yourself.